It was at this moment I knew I messed up. On this model of the XTX, the engine is actually the other way in the frame. On the newer ones, they face the head to the front because they have like a bench seat in some of them, and they have different sound deadening panels and all that stuff on some of the newer models. Some of these older ones, the engine is actually facing to the back. Alright, so we're getting this engine dropped in. We've got it hooked up on the John Deere, and that made it super easy. Went ahead and changed the oil filter. We're going to go ahead and clean that up and change the oil. This engine is empty, so we got 2 quarts going in there. Once we get it filled up, we'll double check the level after we get it warmed up and cool back down, check the oil level again, and top it off if we need to. The total capacity for a 700 is 2.6 quarts for complete overhaul. If you've got everything drained out, you want to make sure you grab some wet clutch approved oil for these Arctic Cats. Gonna stick the nuts back onto the engine mounts down here, get those hooked up. Get the output shafts connected back up to the drive shafts and tighten those down. I also got the bushings for the exhaust pipe because they were missing one of them, so I just went ahead and replaced both of those on the Prowler here. Also got exhaust gaskets for the front and rear of the exhaust pipe, so one going into the muffler. Get those springs hooked onto that, and then we also have the output gasket on the engine for the exhaust there. We got the oil cooling lines, go ahead and hook those up. And a new O-ring for the coolant line coming out of the cylinder. Go ahead and stick that in. Got the coolant lines, gonna just slip those all back on. Super easy, just got those pipe clamps to tighten them down. Then we've got a bunch of electrical connections. They're pretty self-explanatory. All the plugs just go into the corresponding plug. Yeah, I think it is. You've got your ground to your starter and your positive to the starter. Now you want to make sure on the throttle body that that boot is not cracked. Be sure to check this video up here for more info on that. We've got the engine breather tube up into the airbox there, and putting on our air intakes here. I got a new air filter for the box, so that is good to go. We can snap that back together. Next we've got this whole like rat's nest of just wires and everything, but they pretty much sort themselves out. Get them looped up to the throttle body there, and then each plug just goes right into its corresponding spot, so it's pretty easy to figure out where those go. I also got a new ignition coil, so I'm just sticking that back on. We had that off so we could just get the engine in without damaging that, and we've got a new one put on there. Also got a new spark plug in there. Again, just a bunch of plugs to plug back in. There's your TPS sensor, you've got your injector, you've got your temp plug, those two little wires going over to the coil, your speed sensor, and then another plug to your fuel pump. Hook up our fuel line. That just runs right across the front here and over to the fuel line. And then you've got that little clip on it. Throttle cable, just easy to slip in right there, get that hooked up, and we'll adjust that all later. Also got our air intake here on the back with a new filter on that as well. I'm going to go ahead and put in the centerpiece. This is the shifter and the brake lever, and get those hooked up. I did move the shifter on the engine, so you may have to move that to get it to line up. There's just a little clip on that pin to hold the shift lever to the engine lever right there. And then go ahead and test, make sure that you get all the gears positions with your shift lever, and if you may need to just adjust it a little bit to get them lined up, which I show how to do in this video here. Next we've got the brake lever. That just slips onto that pin. You've got a cotter pin on that, and then you're going to tighten that down, and then that runs back to the back brake. Then we've got our clutch intake and exhaust tubes right here. Go ahead and those are pretty easy to slip on. And I'm going to refill up the engine coolant. So just go ahead and fill that up. You can tell when you're full, they've got a little overflow on the top of the radiator. And then once you get heat cycle on the engine, you can check the coolant level again to make sure if you need to add any or not, and top that off. I just went ahead and used a 50-50 mix for the coolant. Alright, lastly we just got a little bit of adjusting things here and there. I've got the throttle, probably need adjustment, and we're going back together on this thing. It's coming together, looking good. So be sure to subscribe, follow along, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.